Hi, I'm Iris. I'm the creator of Kululua, which is my platform for ancestral healing, psychic mediumship services, intuitive healing ceremonies, and one-on-one spiritual gifts integration coaching. I felt called to start posting more regularly to YouTube with the intention of sharing how to get started on working with your ancestors. For today's video, I feel called to talk about how to know when your ancestors are calling for you to start working with them. I want to take you back to 2020 when the world was in lockdown. This was the first time I started to sense my mediumship abilities starting to come online. And I would have these instances where I would be like trying to go to bed at night, trying to go to sleep, and I would feel like I wasn't alone in my room. I would feel like something's watching me or listening to me or just paying attention to me. I felt afraid. I felt confused, and at the time I didn't know anyone who understood what I was going through. If anything, I might have been the first in my family to actually acknowledge the feelings I was having. As I continued on being a seeker of truth, I feel like I just started to be guided towards the right people, experiences, classes, workshops. Little by little, it wasn't all at once. I started to see this common thread of I'm being guided by my ancestors. It wasn't until I booked 2 separate readings in the year of 2022, so now that's 3 years ago. And in both readings, my dad's mom came through. She's giving me a yes to share this story. She came through both of those readings, and both of the people, the mediums that I was connecting with, they shared with me things that confirmed it was her. The way that she was showing the mediums images of her cooking in front of a stove, a huge cauldron pot, because she has 9 children to feed. I had never experienced anything like this before, so I was just trying to have an open mind. But another thing that both mediums confirmed and shared with me was that I was meant to be a healing practitioner. In their words, they called me a shaman. I was like, what? Me? Because at the time I was working in a cubicle. But several other messages came through in these readings that I was like, okay, this isn't made up. Especially the fact that it was 2 different readers at this point who told me the same things. I was like, there's no way they called each other or knew of each other and told each other the same messages to tell me. I knew that this was the truth. This was the truth that they were telling me. And I was like, okay, well, how do I get started? I like to call them breadcrumbs now. I would receive a breadcrumb on my path to guide me to the next thing, the next person, the next bite-sized amount of knowledge that I was meant to learn and then carry on with me. Fast forward to now, I am a person who helps other people on that journey too. People who may have never heard of working with their ancestors before, but for some reason it resonates with them. Like a video like this, coming across a video like this resonates for them. And there's this curiosity that's almost like it's coming from deep within you. It's nothing that you might understand from your logical mind. It feels like this pull, this knowing that there's something meant for you. There's a path that's meant for you to take, and it might not look anything like the life you're living right now, but it's almost like there's a push. And it feels like a gentle push, but there's also exertion. There's force in there. Ancestors, especially of brown, black, indigenous lineages, who were severed from passing on this wisdom, this indigenous knowledge onto their descendants. They're waiting for a descendant to say yes to the call and embark on this journey of understanding what their gifts are and what service they're meant to share with the collective. And these are gifts that are in our bloodlines, in our lineages. It's actually such an act of resistance, the fact that we exist, that we are alive today, and we weren't killed off with many others who unfortunately died because they practiced their gifts. The inherent power that we have as human beings who live on this planet, who are deeply intertwined and a part of this planet, because we have ancestors who practice their magic, whatever you want to call it, ancestral wisdom, ancestral knowledge, wisdom of the land, being land stewards and stewards of ancient knowledge that was meant to be passed on. Because we're alive today, and we're alive and we can answer and hear this call, like, that's actually a miracle. That shows that they couldn't sever the knowledge because it's in our DNA. It's actually still a part of us, even if our logical mind doesn't understand it. It's not something that we always perceive with our 5 senses. We have so many senses, by the way. A lot of them go into the subtle body, the energy body, our subtle feelings, our subtle senses, our clairs. But we'll get into that in a future video. You will know. You'll have this curiosity, this thirst for knowledge, for understanding, for embodying, for living it in your truth and not settling for these jobs. It's this deep pull to meet other people who reflect who you're becoming and the truth of your spirit, the truth of your soul. We're not meant to live in these boxes to be understood by people with colonized minds. We don't want to live with a colonized mind. That's a lot of the programming we inherited. And so decolonizing and returning back to the knowledge, the practices that our ancestors lived, those are the lives we can create for ourselves. By freeing ourselves, we free them. By claiming our magic now, we heal so many of those before us who didn't get to experience that type of freedom, that type of ability to share unapologetically, to embody the power that we have that's in our bones, in our ancestral memories. And as I speak, I am joined by my ancestors. I feel like I'm speaking for so many other ancestors who want to connect to their descendants, who want to shake them by the shoulders and be like, wake up. The time is now. It's time for you to step into your gifts, into your power, and to share this wisdom with other people in your community. There's more than enough for all of us to be healers, artists, activists, land stewards. It's so much more. There's so much room. Know that they haven't been forgotten. The cries, the whispers, the prayers, the tears, the blood that was shed, all those things that feel like it was so long ago, but it wasn't. Those are things that we remember and we feel it in our everyday lives. From feeling depression to anxiety to feeling out of alignment with our bodies, our cycles, our intuitions, to feeling disempowered, confused, and resigned to these half-lived lives. We weren't meant to live this way. This is why so many of my readings get emotional, because our ancestors are not just this ghost that lives outside of us, but they're spirits who live in us. We channel their magic, their energies through the things that we create, through how we love other people, through how we exist. If you found your way to this video, to my page, to my work, I'm grateful to connect with you. I'm also excited to continue sharing with you so much more. There's so much that they want me to share. I have my first official online workshop with Laya Kalulua, which means free soul in Tagalog, on June 18th. So if you're seeing this before then, it's an introduction to mediumship. And I'm going to share a lot of wisdom, a lot of tools to help people connect with their ancestors and spirit guides so that they can start this journey and feel confident in it, feel empowered to move forward on their paths, and to have less doubt, less questioning that what they're experiencing is actually real. If you're seeing this after June 18th, I will have the replay accessible through purchase on my website, layakalulua.com. And so me living my dharma, my truth, my purpose, which dharma is not just confined to your career. It's your truth. It's your highest self. It's your purpose of being alive. But by living mine, I know that this will send ripple effects out there to all of the people who are also being called to step up. So thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for your energy, your time, your attention, your intention. And I look forward to connecting with you more in the future through YouTube, through Instagram, through my website, through one-on-one readings and coaching. But until next time, bye.